back in the game. Has to score. And he's done it.
FIFA has struggled on the pitch in its past few iterations, with matches deteriorating to frustrating slogs. For years we've been unable to play FIFA like football is played in real life. Instead we've been zigzagging the ball up the pitch and abusing pacey wingers to breach the opponent's defence and swinging an unstoppable cross for an equally unstoppable header. FIFA 19's matches are more natural and more varied in the way they unfold. Although EA introduced a slower pace in FIFA 18, the newest iteration finally makes this work by tightening up players' responsiveness. Through passes and player pace are in a good place in terms of balance, neither under nor overpowered, as has been the case for too long. FIFA 19's ball still doesn't feel as satisfying as PES 2019's, but it does at least feel something like the real-life sphere it's attempting to imitate.
Rui Diaz! And he's put it in for the goal!
FIFA 19 includes new tactical options for wannabe managers to fiddle with. These are undoubtedly welcome, and changes in your defensive technique make a tangible impact in-game, allowing you to further tailor your playstyle. However, the much vaunted new feature of game plans are a bit of a mess. Any change to one game plan, including your default starting plan, is not automatically reflected in your other 4 plans. This isn't a deal breaker, of course, but it inevitably ends with you spending more time in the team management menu, which is exactly the kind of admin work this feature should have eradicated. And despite the added depth of options, the vast majority of AI teams still behave in a broadly similar and often unrealistic way. FIFA's brand of football has become much more physical this year, with strength becoming a far more important stat and crunching collisions feeling much more realistic. You can see and feel players battling for the ball, and goalkeepers are not quite as invincible from crosses as in previous years. Long ball tactics are slightly more viable as a result, including, mercifully, from free kicks. Despite this and the new tactical options, there's still no way to determine which players go up for corners and free kicks. Taking inspiration from Gears of War's active reload, timed finishing attempts to add more depth to FIFA's pitchwork for expert players, and while it can be a little temperamental and fiddly, it does add a nice risk-reward layer to what was previously a function that had become an afterthought after 20 years of muscle memory.
Kane! Well, he's put it away brilliantly.
Meanwhile, EA's implementation of the newly acquired Champions League and Europa League licenses is excellent, with the official branding, specific commentators, and authentic atmospheres adding to the feel of this being club football's biggest event. The competition has its own mode in FIFA 19, as well as implementation in the Journey, Ultimate Team, and Career Mode, and to its credit, EA utilises the licence in a much more comprehensive way than Konami ever did.
A fantastic feeling for all concerned as they drink it in.
Unfortunately, that's pretty much it in terms of new Career Mode features, and this is where FIFA 19 suffers. Career Mode is the most in-depth single-player mode remaining in FIFA, and yet it has seen almost no meaningful improvements for years. This year the mode has not been touched at all, save for the implementation of the Champions League, and the cracks are showing. Similarly, Pro Clubs is exactly the same this year as it was in FIFA 18, and it's hard not to sympathise with those who speculate around EA's shifting priorities, given how much attention the microtransaction-driven Ultimate Team receives in comparison. Frankly, 2 modes as big and as popular as these receiving no new features or even any quality of life improvements is unacceptable, and EA needs to up its game here next year. Kickoff is where most of EA's offline attention was focused this time round, with the introduction of detailed stats and some interesting new sub-modes contained within house rules. These allow you to turn off fouls and offsides, or turn on the Battle Royale-like survival mode, in which a goal results in one of your players being sent off.
I'm sure you got the hang of it now. That's a goal and a player removed.
Or disallow any goal not scored from header or volley.
Mbappe! It's not going to count. It's no goal, in fact.
These modes are shallow, and being available in local play only is a baffling decision, but they do offer a nice change of pace for when you're playing with a friend. Ultimate Team's major new feature this year is a new sub-mode named Division Rivals, a replacement for the now cut online Seasons mode. It's another shorter way to qualify for the FUT Champions Weekend event, and it adds to the ever-growing and evolving behemoth Ultimate Team has become. Otherwise, Ultimate Team remains largely the same, but the most strength lies more in its constant live support over the course of a season. Champions cards, limited time packs, daily and weekly objectives, special events and tournaments, Ultimate Team has something to draw you in every week, and it is truly the lifeblood of FIFA 19. The Journey's 3rd year sees the conclusion of Alex Hunter's story, but Sister Kim and best mate Danny Williams join him as playable characters in a GTA 5-esque 3-pronged story. Each character has their own special features, such as Alex's choice of mentor squad at Real Madrid, or Danny's choice of advert he wants to take part in. The Journey's scripting and acting isn't exactly outstanding, but it remains a unique way to play.
Mate, I cannot believe that.
Mad, isn't it?
It's promising that EA is listening to its community. FIFA 19 is much more responsive on the pitch than last year, and it continues to evolve FUT to keep it fresh. However, it must once again listen to its fans and realise the lack of progress in Career Mode and Pro Clubs is appalling. Thankfully, the Journey's continued entertainment, FUT's long-lasting addictive nature, and some inventive new kickoff modes mean I'll likely still be playing FIFA 19 by the time next year's game rolls around.
Time to get the ball in. Not the way to try and get them to take the lead. And he's volleyed it in.
He's one of these lads, I think, that he's confident on the volley. He showed it there, didn't he?